Hello and welcome everyone to another audit here in the 999 challenge, where I'm collecting 999 of every stackable item in the game. My goal during this audit is to catch my spreadsheet up with all of the things that have changed in this case, since year 36, I believe. So in the last 4 years in game that I've played. This should be an audit for year 37, 38, 39, and 40. We are sitting here on the first day of year 41, and we are going to be checking our chests and seeing what we have that's new. So let's go ahead and do that. Something's wrong with my chat, by the way. It seems to be spamming the exact same thing over and over and over again. Now, if we'll take a look at my spreadsheet, we can see here my current totals. I'm completely finished with fruits, cooking, and minerals, but I'm very close on a few other categories as well. There's usually just one or two things that are kind of a stickler that make it a little difficult to finish up the category, but there's some categories like row, animal products and mod drops, artifacts even, that are particularly low just because there's a lot of things that are quite difficult to get. But we usually go in order by category here, so we're going to go ahead and start with our fruits. Luckily, we're done with fruits, so we can move on to veggies. The only veggie we're not finished with is a Fiddlehead Fern. It's kind of funny to think of Fiddlehead Fern as a veggie because it's so much like a forage. Now, if we look here, we've got 1,082 Fiddlehead Ferns. But if you look here, I actually had more before. 1,082. No, that wasn't right. How much was it? 1,182. So this is actually going to go down, you'll see. But that's because we've turned a lot of our Fiddlehead Ferns into something else. Specifically, I think it was Fiddlehead Pickles. So when we go fix that, we can come back and look at this and see what number we're at. Let's go to our forges next. And I've got something exciting here, because my Magma Caps, which is the first thing on this list, we have a full stack of. So we just put in that 999, and that is our first completed item. I am writing on a piece of paper so I don't forget about it. But yep, we now have completed Magma Caps. Morels, we can also check in here, and we are currently sitting at 930. So even though we've got these 190, I count my highest stack, because my rule is it has to be in a single stack. I don't need extra qualities. It doesn't matter what quality it is, but it has to be in a single stack. So 930. We're actually very close to finishing Morels. And we're at 98% now. Rainbow shells, we have not unfortunately really touched. It's a little annoying to get them, but it should have gone up somewhat. We're at 614 now, as opposed to 602. 614, very good. On to flowers. Flowers is going to change, actually. Let's go ahead and fix that up here. So the ones we were missing before, there was a single stack of each flower that we did not have. But now, we have that stack. They are a special type of flower that you can only buy from the traveling cart, but you only need to buy one, because other flowers will stack into them. So if you have a flower like this, if you put a different colored flower in this chest, it will turn into that colored fairy rose, as long as it is a fairy rose of any color. So now we have all of these done, so we can easily just go in and list this. So fairy rose, we now have... This is unfortunate math, isn't it? We need to do 300 more? I guess we had some of them done last audit. We probably finished it right after, too. So let me do a little bit of calculator math here. Six, 6, 1, 8. Okay, so 6993. And that's done. This one, I think we just add one stack, so this should be 3996. And probably similar for Summer Spangle, maybe not exactly, huh? It looks like we need... Oh, it's exact. Okay, I can just put it in. 6993. Okay, and now flowers are done. I finished flowers a long time ago, but now they're actually done again, properly. Okay, So I will rewrite, in fact, the Fairy Rose, the Poppy, and the Summer Spangle. That's 3 more stacks that we finished. It doesn't highlight on the on the video, Royce. Thank you for trying, though. All right, fishies. A lot of fishies have not changed, so you're just going to see me kind of skip over them. But Ice Pip is now done. We do have a full stack of Ice Pips. So I can just go ahead and write down Ice Pip is done. Right? Okay. Glacierfish Jr. has not changed. Legend 2 has not changed. Lingcod. I guess I should prove this to you all, huh? I happen to know offhandedly. Yeah, I know. Mermaid. We're going. Actually, it's not over here. That's right. We put it away in the chest. We should really get a speed buff going, huh? Alright. Ice Pip will be in here, actually. It's quite a ways back. No? Here? How long have we had these Ice Pips for? Okay, yes. Ice Pip is finished. Okay. And Lingcod is next. Lingcod is at 999. So we can write that down. That's another fishy done. Right. On to Lionfish, which I believe is also finished in this chest. Yep, that's a stack of Lionfish right there. So that is another 999. Lots of fish done, which is awesome. This is part of why we extended the time between audits, because I wasn't getting as many things done every year. So by increasing the time, we get to actually update our spreadsheet in a meaningful way. Octopus will be in the next chest down, and that is at 999. Very good. Next up, we have Pike and Pufferfish. Pufferfish is done, and Pike is done. Let's update both of those. Pike and Pufferfish. Oh, there's a Perch there, isn't there? Or Perch. Perch is also done. Perch gets a 999 next to it. Thank you for letting me know. I totally missed it. All right, Perch is another finished stack. Okay, Radioactive Carp. Radioactive Carp is not done. However, we have a lot of them. 689 of them, to be precise. Let's go ahead and put that in. And we're now sitting at 69% of our Radioactive Carp done. I guess I should have guessed that based on the number. But rounding's always fun. Rainbow Trout is also finished, which we will put in here. And we will update this sheet here to say Rainbow Trout. All right, 100%. Mullet, Snapper are not done. And in fact, our current fish going. So let's head over to that part. We go take a look at that.
Mew Mew style, Mew Mew grace, Mew Mew power in your face.
Thank you, Rex. So we have 883 red mullet, 844 red snapper. Did I say that right? 883 red mullet. And red snapper is sitting at 844. Okay. Sandfish, we just put in, so probably not too high yet. Looks like 200 though. Yep, exactly 200. Right. Scorpion carp also just got put in, is at 112. Okay, so those are growing pretty slowly. Slimejack, I forgot about. We have to go back and look at it, because we did Slimejack ahead of time to get some extra slime. Slimejack is sitting at 999. I also have these gold ones, but this is the important bit here. 999 for the Slimejack. That is another finished stack with the Slimejack. Did I miss Shad? I did miss Shad. Crazy on me. Shad would be in here. Oh, it's in the main chest. My bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at that really quick. I'm so glad I have a chat that's very helpful and very friendly here on twitch.tv/the algorithm. Wait, backward slash? One of those. It's 370 shad because it also just went in. Okay. And nothing has changed about any of these other fish. Spookfish technically has... Actually, it's not. It's the same because we literally just put it in the growing pond. Stingray is in the growing pond currently. Stonefish, sturgeon, not changed. Tiger trout, much to Onion's dismay, really hasn't changed all that much. I can go ahead and fill it in though. Sparkling tuna water sounds delicious. I don't know what you're talking about. There's now 211 tiger trout. It went up by a whole 1. All right, let's go ahead and make our way over to the row table here. And this one will have definitely changed. So let's go check that out. Just so you know, YouTube, my chat is a liar and a scoundrel. Do not believe a word of their lies. Okay, so we're not doing the crab pot row yet, so that's why you'll see these skips here. My ice pip row, this is my aged row, I want to look here. Ice pip row is the one we're currently working on. So that's going to be down here. And that is sitting at 901. We are very close to being done with ice pip row. That's the only reason we still have ice pips in our pond. Lingcod row should be done. Let's go through really quick and make sure. Yep, 999 for Lingcod row. Okay. Next up, Lionfish row. I'm pretty sure that's done as well. Lionfish row is right there. Oh, welcome in, Wild Refrain. I'm glad you enjoy spreadsheets. If you all don't know Wild Refrain, they're a lovely streamer here on Twitch. You should absolutely give them a follow if you're not already following them. Okay. Mussel row has not changed. Octopus row probably has. Let's take a look here. 999 for our octopus row. So Octopus Pro row is the next one on our sheet. Okay. Next up we have Oyster row is a crab pot fish, so we don't have any of that. Perch row, however, we have 999 of. I did not forget the perch this time. So that's gonna put us at a full stack of perch row. You might notice that these are at 50% right now. I know they're finished though. The 50% is the aged row, but I do the aged row before I do the row. So basically, as soon as I get a stack, I process it into aged row, and then the next stack is the one I keep as row. That's how I know those are done. Pike row. Pike row is done. So Pike row is going to be 999. And I can write that down. All right. Pufferfish row is also done. That's a 999. Rainbow trout row looks pretty, and it's a 999. We already had some to start with. So I got to write down pufferfish. Got to write down rainbow trout. Whoop. Pencil broke. Okay, and finally, we should add our in-progress rows. Is Slimejack on here? I'm going to do that while I'm in the chest, I think, if it's not done. Yeah, Slimejack row is not done, but it is in this chest. If we just look right here. So we can go ahead and finish that out and go ahead and write Slimejack row as well. So then we can update our in-progress ones. Okay, so let's head down here. Our ones that are in progress. Ice Pip was one of them, but Red Mullet is 735. There we go. 735. Red Snapper is 674. Okay. Sandfish is 364. Okay. Scorpion carp is 310. Too many S's. I can't tell them all apart. Scorpion carp. And shadroe is 238. Okay. And that should be it for our row. So let's go on to the artisan goods category, of which we should have lots of fun with. Starting with our aged row. I'm sure we're going to have a ball here. Okay, so none of these are going to be changed, but I'm just going to go through the list here. Everything we had row for, we're going to have aged row for. So that means Lingcod. Well, actually, Ice Pip first. Because we're still waiting on the row, but we finished the other one. So let me write that down before I forget. So Ice Pip, row, aged row, is finished. Okay, and then we've got Lingcod, Lionfish, Octopus, Lionfish, Octopus. I was going to say AR for aged row. Okay, we got to start a new column, which means we're doing good. All right. Next, we need Perch, which is done. Pike, which is done. Pufferfish, which is done. And Rainbow Trout, which is done. So Perch, Pike, Pufferfish, and Rainbow Trout. And I'll scroll across those in just a second, so I can prove to you that they are, in fact, in the chest here. And then also probably Slimejack. I will check that while I'm in the chest here as well. Oh, actually, it was already finished last time we did the audit. We were in the midst of Slimejack last time. So let's scroll through this chest really quick just to show all of these. So there's the Ice Pip. There's the Lingcod, Lionfish, Octopus, Perch, Pike, Pufferfish, and Rainbow Trout. Oh, and we're finished with Red Mullet, Red Snapper as well. Good thing I checked. So Red Mullet and Red Snapper. Aged row and Red Snapper. Okay, we're actually almost done with those fishies in general. Oops, I accidentally paused the music. Okay, let me go ahead and write those in. Red Mullet. Red Snapper. 2 more stacks done. All right, and that's it for our fish aged row, but there might be some additional things we can add to here. But it's time to leave the safety and security of our fish ponds and head back over here to check on our pickles, which we have 34 of. So we gained 2 over 4 years. This is a very slow stack, unfortunately. And now we have to go further away. Well, actually, not that far, huh? Oh, we did Fiddlehead Juice, didn't we? Yes, so we only have 1 pickled Fiddlehead Fern right now. So we do not have those. Caviar? Caviar hasn't really changed either, unfortunately. We'll go back for the juice in a second. Let's go ahead and scroll down and make sure we're not missing anything. Jelly. So jelly is at 56. I think that changed. Yeah. We were at 53. We're now at 56. Juice. Juice is at 46, up from 32. So we got a lot of juice. Okay. Fiddlehead juice. I have to go prove it, but we have it. It has 11, but we had it before, so we don't need to update it, cat. All right, let's go to the quarry and look at our Fiddlehead juice. We can find it. I really wish that these had distinct colors. It's really hard to tell them apart. Fiddlehead Fern juice. There we go. It's alphabetical, at least. That is 999 Fiddlehead Fern juice. Whoop, too many 9s. There we go. All right. So that is another completed stack. Fiddlehead Fern juice. It's just my luck that when 1.6 comes out, these are going to be like super easily farmable. You can just grow them now or something. I can't wait for it. It's guaranteed to happen. All right, let's go to the town. No. Mines? No, wait, I have this. Use this. Don't get confused by the mine carts, Algo. All right. Next up here, we've got our... Oh, I wanted to go back to veggies and show you that now we're at 80%, up from 69% of fiddleheads. So even though it went down over here, we actually are much closer to the goal now. We went up by 11 whole percent. That's pretty good, honestly. Okay. Let's go ahead and scroll down here. Oh, is that it? Yeah, all the wine's done for the moment. So no more of that. Cooking is all finished for the moment. I don't think there's been an update without a recipe, so I imagine 1.6 will have something. Dragon's Teeth. All right, we're on to mob drops. Mob drops are fun. Okay. Let's go ahead and arrange things here. What was I looking at? The Dragon's Teeth. 473, up from 260. We have made a lot of progress on those Dragon's Teeth. Definitely not enough yet, though, because we need 2 whole stacks. But we're making progress. Okay. Galaxy Soul. We had 673 Galaxy Souls. We now have 936. We went up by a ton. 936. Not too bad, I know, right? Good Teeth Haul, good Galaxy Soul Haul. We did a lot of monster killing. Okay, Slime. Our current amount of slime is pretty pitiful, but the actual raw number of slime will go up quite significantly. So we have, since we have 1 stack in this, it's 1,427 slime. So this is going to go down by a lot. So our percent will drop by 1. But now, when we put in these eggs here, we now have 668 blue slime eggs. So now we're up to 76%. Because the only thing we need slime for now are these blue slime eggs. Everything else is done. Why did these change? These are both at 69%. Amazing. And now, fun fact, they are both done. 69 to finished. Green slime egg and purple slime egg are both finished. That's 999. That's 999. Let's write those down. Green slime egg. Purple slime egg. Right? And now red slime eggs have improved. We're now at 244. Perfect. And tiger slime eggs have improved. We're at 284. Okay. Tiger slime eggs are rather slow. I'm looking into methods of farming them, but I have yet to find any that I am pleased with. But one day we'll get there. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bring these with us for something that will make sense in a moment. So my storage of Void Essence cannot fit on my farm, so I have decided to put it over here. So 36, 72, 108? Is that how math works? I should probably 36 times 3. 108 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 116 times 999 gives us 115,884 plus this 332 gives us 116,216. And wait, what? Did I overshoot? Oh. There's an extra 1. No, we're not there yet. Okay, that makes more sense. But we are halfway there. We are 50% of the way done with the Void Essence. If anyone's wondering, the reason we need so much Void Essence is due to a fella known as the Void Ghost Pendant. Each one costs 200, and they do stack. All right. That's it for animal products and mob drops. Animal products are already done, actually. Let's go to seeds, of which there are only 2 seeds. Let's head back home really quick. Okay, and head over to the 2 seeds we're missing. The only 2 left are the banana sapling and the mango sapling. Banana sapling has 214, and mango sapling has 328. So I have not gotten a single banana sapling. The reason being is I'm going to get them from golden coconuts, and I didn't open any during this period. I have them saved up for when I want to open them, but I have yet to open them. All right, metals, materials, and gems. This is always a fun one. Bone fragments are going to go down, but then they'll go back up later. But right now, we've only got 1,278 bone fragments. Okay, so those will go down for now, but they'll go back up later. Cinder shards, however, I've been getting quite a few. We've been doing a lot of volcano runs. I'm going to put these all in my inventory so they're easier to count. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks with a 101 right afterwards. So 7 times 999 plus 101 gives us 7,094 cinder shards. And I was actually curious how close we are here. 61%, but that's not it. So there's an item we're going to update later called the Ostrich Incubator, and then we're going to come back here and see how close we are in cinder shards. Okay, prismatic shards. Prismatic shards are fun, right? I've got quite a few. I've got 2 stacks and 88. So that's going to be... I'm just going to trust my calculator on this one. I don't trust myself to do basic arithmetic right now. 2,086. It's just -2. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. So this has gone up by about 200. Wait, 400, sorry. And we're up to 80% of prismatic shards. The reason why just 1 stack is not enough is you need them to buy magic rock candy. So this will go up again when we update that. All right, let me put our cinder shards back away. I'm not saving this day, so it doesn't actually matter if I put everything back in the right spot. But it makes me feel better. Right. And that's it for metals, materials, and gems. We only have the 3 things left. Minerals has been done for a long time. Other has not. So, auto grabber and auto petter. Let's go ahead and take a look what's inside. 70 auto grabbers, 83 auto petters. Okay. That's it for that. The deconstructors, we just bought a whole bunch of deconstructors. So let's go ahead and see what that totals up to now. 359. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that was over 6,000 gems. 6,000 Q gems, because they're 20 each. All right. Enricher. Enricher is going to be in this chest right here. We have 153 enrichers. We gained quite a lot. Okay. Scrolling down to our golden coconuts. Those we did gain a lot of as well. We're now at 2,173 golden coconuts. Which is now 46% of the total that we need. So we need to open up golden coconuts to get banana saplings, mango saplings, and fossilized heads, which is why we need so many. So I already have the stack of them, but I need more to be able to open all that. All right, now it's magic rock candy. Let's go check out our magic rock candy now. Magic rock candy is at 443. And now I'm actually going to go back and check prismatic shards to see what it's up to now. That didn't make that much of a dent, huh? But we are at 85% of prismatic shards now. Okay, get all this on screen. The ostrich incubator is the one I was interested in here. The ostrich incubator has 395 now. So I gained almost 100 of those, a little more than 100. You might think that that's not a lot, but this is the most expensive item currently in the game. So our bone fragments are now up to 62%, and our cinder shards are now up to 71% with that change. Right. Pressure nozzle. We're up to 171 pressure nozzles. I think part of that is we cleared out part of our farm during this period. which got us a few pressure nozzles back. But at the same time, we now have that many of those. And now it's time for the Rare Crow update. Scarecrow number 1, which is this cool fella with the Miyazaki look. We have 24 of them. So we got one every year. Good job. For Scarecrow number 2, I forget which one it is. Oh, it's the Witch. The Witch, we have 23 of them, which means we got all of them. That's 4. Good job. I wasn't expecting that. Rare Crow number 3 and 4. Rare Crow number 3 is the alien one, right? Yes. Which we will have done by the next audit. Of that I can assure you. But right now we are pending that one. And we have 206 snowmen. That's going up as slowly as ever. And Rare Crow number 5 is this fella from the Flower Dance. And we have 20 of those. We only got 2 of them. So we definitely missed 2 Flower Dance festivals, which was very cool of me. Okay. We scroll on down. We have the Island Warp Totems. I think I got a few of those. Yeah, we have 22 of them now. They rarely drop from crates in the Volcano Mine, so you can sometimes get them there. I wish they would drop from the chests in the Volcano Mine. The Void Ghost Pendant you cannot purchase while you have a wife, and I have a Leah. So until I decide to divorce Leah, this will remain at 0. Okay. On to the artifacts. For our first artifact, we have the Amphibian Fossil. The Amphibian Fossil is sitting at 145. We got 5 of them. Yay. The Dwarf Gadget, however, did a lot better off. The Dwarf Gadget is currently sitting at 791. Up from 500. We are 90% complete with our Dwarf Gadget. Dwarf Scroll number 2, by the next audit, we'll probably be done with. We're at 826. Almost up 150. Okay. Dwarf Skull number 4, we might have done by the next audit. We're at 710, up from 530. Okay. Fossilized Leg. So these are the Ginger Island fossils. You'll find them over here. 871. Fossilized Ribs. It's 215. Fossilized Skull is 218. This one hasn't changed because we haven't opened any golden coconuts. Fossilized Spine has gone up. We're at 209 fossilized spines. Solid rhyme. Fossilized Tail, we're at 224. Mummified Bat, 614. We doubled our mummified bats almost. We did a lot of volcano runs over the last 4 years. Mummified Frog, 68. We went up by 4. I'm going to have to look into how to farm that because it's looking like it's going to be one of the sticklers. Nautilus Fossil. We got to go back to this side here. The Nautilus Fossil is at 159, excuse me. The Palm Fossil is up to 119. The Scapula is up to 190. So if you're curious, we get these from the dig site. They have a small chance, but an equal chance of dropping from the bone nodes at the dig site in Ginger Island. So we want to get as many as we can from there. Prehistoric Skull is 141. Basically, we just have to clear out the dig site often and regularly. Skeletal Hand has crested the 100 mark at 101. That is our last artifact that was under 100. Skeletal Tail is finished. That's our first finished stack in a while now. Let's go ahead and write that down. The last one was Purple Slime Egg. Okay. Snake Skull. We have to head back over to our Ginger Island friends. 183. Snake Vertebrae. 57. The Strange Dolls. The green is 261. The pink is 294. And finally, the Trilobite Fossil is 172. And just like that, we have finished the artifacts. And all that remains are our decorations. We start with our plush bunny. which might not have changed. We're at 16 plush bunnies. Okay. Stone Junimos are up to 23. We got all 4 of those. They can spawn once per year. The Stone Owl that spawns, we have 8, and we still have 8. I need to clear out my farm before those will spawn. So unfortunately, for a while, we're probably not going to get any. There's just no spaces on my farm for it to spawn. There are, but it's very unlikely to hit them. And the T-set, over 4 years, we went from 12 to 13 T-sets. We've had a very long string of bad luck with T-sets. I believe the last 3 years in a row, we had someone giving us a gift that could not give us a T-set. So it just, well, there was no chance of getting it. But as a result of that, hopefully the luck will turn around. Tendency to the mean and all that. All right. So let's look at our totals. Now, our revised totals, we have gone from 88% to start with to 92% to finish with, which means in just the last 4 years, we have finished 4% of our total. I've been doing it, I did it every year for a while, Lucy, and then I've been doing it 3 years, and this time was 4 years. The next audit will be 5 years from now. On the end of year 45 is the goal. And then it will continue for 5 years for a while until that is deemed like not much is happening. All right. Flowers is finished again, so that's another full category done. Yay. Let's see. Anything else interesting that changed? Artifacts went up 3%. Yay. Let's go ahead and look. Our veggies, yeah, it's up to 80% now. Honestly, I think we've been doing pretty well, haven't we? Now, there's something else. Are you going to cry when you finish? Honestly, probably. We'll see. Does this fit? Ah, that's why it was like that. All right, it's time. We have to fill out our checklist now. We need to make this a little smaller. Oh, that's why we covered that up. No need to see that. All right, then. We've got a checklist to do. So, I have my list here. We are going to go through. I'll cry with you. Oh, thank you. There'll be many tears. Who knows when that'll be, but we'll see. So, let's go ahead and go through this checklist now and check off anything we are done with. The first thing we get to check off are our Magma Caps. Magma Caps are now done, which puts forages at 19 out of 21. So we can squeeze this up. This is now 741 out of 905. I'm not going to go up every single time. Actually, hold on. We're going to leave this at 740 for the moment, because I'm going to add all of them. I have a list here, so I know exactly how many things to add. Let's just go through. We don't have to scroll to the top every time. Fairy Rose, done. Poppy, done. Spangle, done. Flowers, done. 34 out of 34 completed. Fish time. On the list for fish, I'm just going to hold this in front of my face so I can see. We have Ice Pip, done. Lingcod, Lionfish, Octopus, Perch, Pike, Pufferfish, Rainbow Trout, and Slimejack? Yeah, and Slimejack. Slimejack was already checked off here. Why was it not checked off on my spreadsheet? I'll check my thumbnail for last time. Maybe it just was already done, and I just didn't update my spreadsheet for whatever reason. Stingray is definitely not done yet. Not even close. All right. Okay, so for the fishies, nothing can be done. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fishies? Uh-oh. I'm not sure. Let's go with the 9 that it says there is and go to 45. I think we got to count because we don't know if Slimejack was included in that or not. Let's count the missing ones. That's probably easier. None there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, that's right then. Exactly 20 left. Okay, on to the row then. Of our completed row, we have Lingcod row. Ice Pip row isn't marked on here. What did I do? I messed up last time, apparently. Okay, Ice Pip row. I was marked on my sheet, but not here. Fun. It is a skill issue. Lingcod row, Lionfish row, Octopus row. Well, that's why we do these. Now we know we messed it up. Perch row, Pike row, Pufferfish row, Rainbow Trout row, and Slimejack row. Alright, I guess we have to go through and count the ones again to make sure we have the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 27. Wood Skip Row's hiding down there. All right. So 58 minus 27. 31. At least this will make sure my number is right. Okay. Oh, this will be really annoying for the artisan goats if this is the case. All right. Well, let's see here. We've updated a few artisan goods here. Let's see here. So starting with, is Ice Pip row on here? Okay, yes. So that's not misaligned. Lingcod, Lionfish, Octopus. That starts with an L. Perch, Pike, Pufferfish. Perch, Pike, Pufferfish. Rainbow Trout. Red Mullet, and Red Snapper. Okay, it looks pretty good. All these other ones are not done yet. But the next thing that we have done is the juice. The juice of the Fiddlehead Fern. Complete. And that's all of them. Hey, Miho DB, welcome in. We're doing a audit for our 999 challenge where we're collecting 999 of every stackable item in the game. So we are currently doing our checklist to mark off the things that we are finished with. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's easy, at least. New artisan goods. So we're up to 158. Okay. Scrolling on down to our next category. Artisan goods is a very long category. Cooking is already finished, so we can skip that. Also a long category. All right, mob drops. I don't think anything changed here. Let me just double check. Oh, it did. Yes, this is where the eggs are. So green and purple eggs are done, and that's the only change here. Let's go ahead and update that to be 26 out of 32. And the last thing is an artifact. So we scroll down to our artifacts here. We need to keep going. It's a while. There we go. Our artifact that we finished was the fossilized tail. No, not fossilized tail, sorry. Skeletal tail. You'll forgive me, they're confusing. Right, so the skeletal tail is now done as well. And now we had some confusing things that I'm going to check after the video. And you can see a full list of the items that we stacked in this video this year in the description. I'm just going to circle the ones that are questionable. I'm going to check last year's video to see which ones I had done. So I'm gonna just write in Ice Pip Row in here, because that was not checked off. What was it? Slimejack was checked off, right? No, Slimejack wasn't checked off either. So I'll write that here. See if that's checked off. And I think those were the only 2 issues. And I think that was it. Yeah, that's right. So I just add those to the total. Well, here's the problem. I'm just going to do some math. It's probably the safest way to make sure this answer is correct. So if we scroll all the way up to the top here, and if I refresh this, it will update the numbers here. And all I have to do is add the first numbers of each of these guys down here, and that will tell me the correct total here. So let's go ahead and do that. 26 plus 22 plus 19 plus 34 plus 45 plus 31 plus 158 plus, we were on Artisan Goods, 86, good show, plus 26 plus 60 plus 33 plus 41 plus 136 plus, we're on Artifacts, 31 plus Decorations of 26. Gives us a total of 774. 774 gives us a percent total of currently 86% by total number of items collected. I'm sorry, not total. The number of stacks done. Did I not update the artifact one? Oh no. You might be right, Sammy. I don't remember doing that. Well, it'll be easy to do that math up there. Let me go ahead and check which artifacts I'm missing. We can do that math really quick. Thank you, Sammy. I think you're right. Hey, Rolkin. Welcome in. Okay, let's see here. We have to count the ones we haven't finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, and 53 minus 21. That's okay. 53 minus 21 is 32. You're totally right, bestie. Okay, so we need to increase this total by 1. Hey, that's a nice number. Good, we ended on a nice number. 775 divided by 905 gives us, yeah, still 86%. I don't think it's going to go by a whole percent, right? Oh, yes. These numbers over here are the page number that it starts at. Yeah, so this is a, oh god, what's it called? A table of contents. You can just put them into documents. It automatically will update. So if I press this now, artifacts will update to the right number. So it just automatically puts in the page numbers, and it's really good for me to have this because I can easily just click on, say, Artisan Goods. It'll bring me to Artisan Goods if I'd like. All right, everyone. So let's kind of just mellow out a little bit and just mention some things that are going to be coming up here. This is probably going to be the last audit I do in Stardew Valley 1.5. 1.6 at this point has been announced, and for those of you who don't know, I am planning on updating. It's not like I'm going to be staying in 1.5 forever, so any new stacks that get added in that update are going to be added to this list. I will probably release a video in which I am fixing up the spreadsheet and the checklist and adding all the new items, as well as talking about some of my plans for some of them. So when that comes out, when 1.6 comes out, that's when I'll do that. I've already been kind of thinking about some of them, some of the things that have been released, for instance, like the image that ConcernedApe released with the wild horseradish juice kind of indicates to me that, hey, there's probably going to be other forges and possibly even mushrooms, because they're listed as forge in the game. In fact, I can just go ahead and go over here and show you some of these other forges in the game. Such as like Winter Root and Snow Yam and Leek and possibly even Holly. I don't know for sure about Holly because it's more like a flower. These might get some things as well. And I might have to get more stacks of these. And same with the mushrooms. For some of the mushrooms, it's not too bad. For common mushrooms, I could probably feed an army with the amount of common mushrooms I have. But for things like the Magma Cap, I started collecting them again, nice, because I imagine I'm going to need to be able to pickle them and possibly also juice them. I don't know. So that's some of the stuff I'm doing to plan ahead of time. Even though there's only been like just small leaks from Concerned Ape, I've been trying to kind of plan around that. But yes, I am very excited for 1.6. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm super excited to start planning again, and I can't wait to share that information with you when the time comes. But for now, thank you so much for hanging out with me and doing this little audit. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye for now.